The Matrix. What can be said about this film that hasn't already been said? I mean, it truly redefined the science fiction genre and became a cultural phenomenon overnight. You just had to be there to understand the hype that this film created. It took over the entire world at the time. It's all anybody could talk about. Overnight, you had kids coming to school the next day, dressed in a black trench coat with shades on, thinking they have fucking telekinesis. Yeah, this film was responsible for a lot of bullying. Kids today will just never understand. Like CGI. CGI is the norm nowadays, but back then, the visuals in The Matrix were absolutely groundbreaking. This is a time when not everyone knew how far CGI could go, so it really blurred the lines of what people thought was real and what wasn't. I remember all of us as kids were fully convinced that Keanu Reeves was just some kind of master ninja and actually dodged all those bullets. I mean, of course we knew the bullets weren't real and it was just a movie. We just all thought he was that athletic, or maybe he was just the fucking one. Tense reality bending action sequences that we have never even seen before. Everything from badass kung fu to dodging bullets to jumping buildings and even superhuman abilities really made The Matrix stand out from other films that were released in this late 90s pre-noughties era, which was, by the way, a time when nearly every movie you watched was unique and creative, especially compared to the same recycled crap we see nowadays. Filmmakers really went balls out with their projects and no one cried if a movie offended them. Well, they might have. There was just no social media for anyone to give a fuck. The Matrix remains a timeless classic that challenges viewers to question the nature of reality. It was the first mainstream movie that suggested we all live in a simulation, and best of all, without this film, there would be no Andrew Tate. At its core, The Matrix is a philosophical exploration of existing in this world. It takes on themes like what our purpose truly is, if we even have one at all, free will, and the nature of reality. The film draws heavily from classic cyberpunk literature and religious symbolism, creating a layered narrative that invites the idea of multiple interpretations, hence why this film resonates so deeply even today, 25 years later. Neo's journey mirrors a typical hero quest and is set against the backdrop of a dystopian world dominated by technology. The film's famous question, what is real, still hits the same today as it did back in '99, especially in a world increasingly defined by virtual realities and artificial intelligence. The red and blue pill choice has become an enduring metaphor for awakening to harsh truths versus living in a blissful ignorance. We all think we have free will and control of our lives, but how much of that is actually true? What if this film was just a metaphor to how AI will eventually become our overlords and process us to be in an endless simulation? Perhaps what we deem as aliens have already placed us in the simulation where we all virtually have the same experience, just in different bodies. That's one of the reasons this film is so popular. It's like seeing the ultimate conspiracy come to life. In fact, The Matrix is solely responsible for this woke epidemic. This film is literally where all this woke nonsense started. Keanu Reeves delivers a career-defining performance as Neo. His understated portrayal of the reluctant hero evolves seamlessly into that of a confident savior by the end of the movie. Lawrence Fishburne's Morpheus exudes wisdom and gravitas, perfectly portraying himself to be a mystery that you'll never truly understand. Meanwhile, Carrie Ann Moss Trinity is a trailblazing portrayal of a strong, capable female protagonist, balancing stoicism with vulnerability. And if you found her attractive at the time, you're probably into butch lesbians, just saying. Hugo Weaving as Agent Smith creates an unforgettable antagonist, calm, menacing, and delightfully nihilistic, and if you found him attractive, you're probably gay. The introduction of bullet time, where time appears to slow while the camera moves dynamically, set a new standard in filmmaking. From Neo dodging bullets to Trinity's mid-air crane kick, these sequences remain iconic. This film's meticulous choreography, combined with its stylized aesthetic, leather-clad heroes, and green-tinted code, created a visual identity that has been endlessly referenced and parodied ever since. Beyond its technical achievements, The Matrix influenced pop culture, fashion, and even philosophical discourse. Its themes of questioning authority and seeking personal truth struck a chord with audiences worldwide. It also inspired countless films, video games, and academic analysis, cementing its place as a landmark piece in science fiction. The Matrix is just so much more than just a sci-fi action movie. It's a profound meditation on freedom, identity, and human potential. With its visionary direction, innovative effects, and compelling performances, it remains as relevant today as it was upon release. Whether you're a first-time viewer or revisiting it years later, The Matrix is a cinematic experience that will leave you questioning your own reality. Phenomenal.